I hope everyone is doing well. Everyone remembers the story of the trapped soul, right? Back during the elections in Africa, when everyone wanted Oliver to win, the opposing leader trapped his soul, and those who tried to save Oliver, their souls were being trapped one by one as well. If you haven't heard the story, go listen to it first. I will put the link in the description box. So let's begin. Trapped Soul Part 2. In the first episode, we learned why Oliver's soul was trapped, how Father William came up with a solution, and how he discovered who had trapped Oliver's soul. While trying to heal Oliver, four healers ended up with their own souls trapped. Finally, Father William used a mysterious process to free Oliver's soul. In this episode, we'll learn who Father William really was, what process he used to free Oliver's soul, and the unknown truths hidden behind the process. Father William speaks. I have been practicing for 22 years. This practice is called Magic of the Holy Spirit. I looked at Brother in shock and asked, Magic of the Holy Spirit? Is that even possible? As far as I know, the Holy Spirit is like an angel, a being close to God. How can magic be done through an angel? Hearing this, Brother laughed softly. He said, in the Bible, Jesus promised that he would send the Holy Spirit to protect people, and the Holy Spirit was addressed as He. He is described as a person, universal, present among all. Besides, every human carries both good and bad spirits. Father William continued in a calm voice. My father was the head priest of a famous church in California. I lost both my parents at young age and grew up with my grandfather. My grandfather was a mysterious man. He spent years practicing one single spiritual path, a path meant to gain the vision of the Holy Spirit and perform good works through him. It was nearly impossible, yet he continued his practice. But he knew he was getting old, that he might not live long enough to complete the practice. One day he called me and said, I want you to complete the part I couldn't. Use the Holy Spirit to do good. From that day, I continued his path. Before passing away, he gave me a cross, the product of his lifelong practice, and taught me how to call upon the Holy Spirit. He said, this cross will work only when a problem has no solution except through the Creator. My grandfather died soon after. 22 years passed. I traveled across countries searching for cases like this. Eventually, I met Miller. When I told him everything, he said Nigeria had many such unsolvable problems. So we came to Nigeria. Then we learned about the Oliver and found that no earthly jinn had the power to free Oliver's soul from Hura. Why? I will explain that later. Because no jinn had that power, I believed only the Holy Spirit could save him. And that is how my 20 years practice finally succeeded. And you want to pay me? No, I will not take any money. Now let me tell you who Hura is. The most powerful jinn live underground, beneath earth, water, and desert sand. They are extremely short-tempered. Among them, the strongest live deep underwater. Hura is the king of all underwater jinn. If Hura is the greatest and supposedly a good jinn, then why did he trap Oliver's soul? Hura did not trap Oliver's soul because the sorcerer ordered him to. Something else had happened. Something that caused Oliver to become trapped by himself. Jinn have no power to trap a human soul if that soul enters Hura's territory. As he said before, we all have two spirits with us, one holy and one evil. When we sleep, our soul leaves our body. If we are impure, the soul stays with the evil spirit and becomes weak under its influence. Let me repeat a story you may have heard. A man slept for an unusually long time. His family tried everything, but he wouldn't wake up. Eventually, they noticed a water jug in the corner, covered with a lid. When someone removed the lid to use the water, the man suddenly woke up. Why? Because his soul had been trapped inside the jug and couldn't escape as long as it was sealed. Maybe this story is real, maybe not, but I am telling it to explain. Have you noticed? In dreams, when we try to scream but no sound comes out, or when we try to run from danger but our body moves slowly, or when we dream of drowning and cannot swim properly because some force in the dream realm weakens us. But even then, noticed except water has no ability to trap a soul. This chasing happens when someone enters a forbidden zone. One such forbidden place is Hura Kingdom beneath the ocean, a place completely off limits to jinn and spirit. Around Hura's kingdom burn cold flames, fires that burn underwater and never extinguish. The Egyptian sorcerer knew this very well. He made a pact with the evil spirit that accompanied Oliver. A pact from ancient Egyptian and Babylonian times. The deal was simple. The evil spirit would bring Oliver's soul into Hura's underwater kingdom. Hura would trap him. That is how Oliver's soul became imprisoned. Since Oliver was at sea, no matter how much he struggled, he couldn't escape. Hura doesn't answer calls. No one can control him. But the Egyptian sorcerer used ancient techniques to lure Oliver's soul into Hura's trap. This is the full truth. Now you may wonder, how did brother know all this? I will tell you later. But first, let me tell you what happened to the four healers. One of them said, when I sent my soul out using Ugamba magic, I followed Oliver's soul into the ocean and saw the cold flames. Then I saw two hands, one telling me to go back and the other calling me inside. I was confused, but went in. I saw a huge palace. Two lions stood outside. They roared at me. One said, "You dare enter here? Leave if you don't want to be trapped." The other said, "Come inside. Our master is waiting for you." I hesitated, but went in. Inside I saw Hura, a massive figure wearing red cloth. He was furious. "How dare you enter my palace without permission? I cannot kill you, since you are a soul, but I will imprison you." He locked me in a cage instantly. After a few days, the Holy Spirit came to the kingdom and ordered Hura to release the souls, and that is how we were freed. This event becomes national news in Nigeria. Some supported Oliver, some accused Francis of using black magic to win the election, and others said Oliver did all this to gain sympathy. I told brother, in Africa, some legendary sorcerer can even manipulate time. What is that? He replied, sometimes you feel you have done something before, even though you haven't. That's because in our galaxy, there are countless planets and moons where others like us live and do the exact same things, often just a little earlier or later. Is it believable? I don't know, but it happens to me sometimes. African sorcerers use this phenomenon to sense upcoming dangers, though only for a short time.